Ciao, Ruben Sanchez.
Oh, you cleaned up, huh, fool?
I had to, bro.
You got out
I was
like a
looking
big
crazy.
homie.
Hey, like even my nails, homie. Look, dog, they were looking crazy. My lady even told me she was like, no offense, I'm glad you cut your nails. You're looking crazy. I was like, I know.
Shit, yo, fuck.
So when I go to court, because it's how it really be. You know, they look at me all crazy, long nail. They look at me like I'm just, bro. I can't wait to show. I can't say too much. I already said too much. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, let's just say God is good. God is good, and I'm gonna get through this. I'm I'm just glad to be back with my kids. You know.
Hell yeah, fool. It was a little while.
Hey, to me, it felt like forever because people don't understand that jail sucks. Even a day, I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I
That shit does
don't wish
suck.
jail on nobody.
That shit does suck, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, I can't talk about my legal difficulties right now. I'm allowed to say that, but I can talk about my experience in the jails out here in the county jail. It's a little different. That's all I'll say for sure. From California, it was 24-hour days, 36-hour days, and you came out 3 hours each day.
So you came out an
How,
hour a day.
however you count that, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
Did you guys come out 3 hours at once or 3 hours like separate?
that's just the way the guards described it, 24, 36, because we'd come out or 3 hours at one time, but like every other day. Does that make
Yeah, every
sense?
other day. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's morning time to nighttime, morning time to nighttime. So yeah.
So like I know what you mean, lunch and breakfast, like lunch and half of the day you're slammed down.
Yeah, yeah. So pretty much
Yeah.
the rest and horrible because I'm like, jail's not good at all. And I'm not when I talk about this, I'm not bragging. I actually want to be very thankful for my family and everybody that supported and held it down and just showing love and not forgetting about your boy. Whether it was one day or 2 days or whatever, I'm glad. I wish it was no days. I don't wish no jail on nobody once again. I just want to give the advice that think twice before you do anything for your family, even if you feel you're right. Because in today's society, the right per se, and who knows
Right.
who's right.
Right is no
Um,
longer right, homie.
yeah, you know, you gotta be pretty much like you could. It's just crazy, dog. We live in a society to where you can hurt kids in many different ways, where it's abusive. Unfortunately, those chomos, and you get probation, and it's like fool. You like, for example, and I want to say this too. And a lot of people are like, what, dog? This was literally. I ain't even trying to make it about gangs, but check out on this, dog. Fools on the internet, I see ignorant fools want to preach Rasa, this or that. I get it, homies from upstate. I ain't been to prison. I ain't been in all those politics. I didn't even care for politics. Respectfully, no disrespect. I just do my own thing. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? Staying out the way. Is fools, being from Southern California, we're not supposed to get along with the homies from the Northern California, right? Whatever.
Right.
Things are different now, but I
Right.
know that I can't change for everybody else. But point is, when I touched down, one of the first fools to show me love was a Northern homie. So
And let's talk.
and he wasn't no J Cat either, That
Look,
fool's from
I'm
what
gonna
he's
pause you
telling
real
me
quick.
though.
I'm gonna stop you real quick before you proceed. I want you to so before you talk about this very very important topic, which is nothing bad, it's just your interaction, right? But listen, this is where I want people to understand that the internet and the ones that yap about the North and all this other shit, they're all pretty much just they're putting it out there for social media entertainment, right? And it just this story right here that he's about to tell you, it goes to show you that that's false. You know what I mean? So go ahead, fool. Yeah.
Oh no, that was important. I'm glad you did say something because I do want you to speak on this topic after too, because it is
No, go ahead. I
important.
just wanted to, before you go, I wanted to throw that out there because I see a lot of people lately been making big things out of nothing, and you could tell they never really been in a situation where they ever seen another man. You know?
or how to be face to face. And I'm gonna say too much,
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course.
here's what I can say though. I don't want fools be like, fools turned down. You should have. I should have nothing, dog. You gotta understand, this ain't California. You see what I'm saying? Where we're at, dog. Like even back home, I told them like, don't get me wrong. The LA County Jail is, I'm not even trying to compare because it gets active everywhere. It's not about that. I'm not trying to glorify jail in any way. I'm not trying to glorify this. What I'm trying to say is when people actually mature, and like he said, half these people never been face to face. Now, I'm not trying to claim and respect the homies, and I get that's why they've been in riots, they've been in prison, really been face to face with some real danger. Like it's dangerous. Like you see these videos now, like it's no joke, dog. They want to roll you up. They're gonna roll you up. So my whole point is that I'm not glorifying that either. I'm just saying the harsh reality of what it is, And some people have lived it even further. I just got a small little teensy tiny taste, but difference is all the way in the different. Where this ain't my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different world out here. And my whole point is that when you mature and you see we're really against, which is this government. I'm not saying that, because I ain't trying to provoke or nothing. I want to say it's clearly people call me kiss ass, whatever, but I'm thankful for uh uh my situation. Everybody's could be worse. The reason why I brought up this situation with the northern homie, and I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna disrespect no man, because remember, I'm a man first. If you show me respect as man, I'm gonna give it back to you. Not gonna tell story, but he wasn't no JCat either. He was down in Delano. His paperwork checked down. I ain't trying to talk like all like that. No, I'm not trying to make it seem like because I went for 2 weeks. My whole point is now I get what fools mean. You get your arraignment, and I didn't know all that because dog, I'm not trying to get used to jail. I'm glad I didn't ever been in jail like that, other than in LA for like 2 weeks way back when I was like 18. My whole point is getting there, realizing who you're really against and who they're against you. You don't care, dog, because he could have approached me on some, what's up, dog? When I see you, and they're like, oh, fool, you're from California, dog. Like, hey, fool, you need this, you need that, you did this. And I'd come out hours later and then be right there, Like, and then not nothing, no contraband or nothing, just like regular, like soap, deodorant, just hooking your boy up so I didn't have to use that state BS. And I don't know if y'all know this, and I'm not trying to say, but they fed this every day. They feed you is Jasper County Jail, and they call it a tap out county. It's in Midwest. It goes like this: there's oats that are meant for horse feed, and they slop it up with some water to make it the consistency of oatmeal, and one boiled egg, and like some watered down Kool-Aid every morning. It doesn't change. Lunch is different. Once in a while, you get like a frozen burrito and a frozen pizza. My whole point is that that's rare. I've probably seen it like twice when I was in there, but majority of the time it's beans on toast with like some like messy, you can tell from the can, nasty carrot. But hey, some people are starving, don't got nothing. Some people will eat that up. But
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying what it was, right? Then for lunch, every day didn't change. Maybe once a week you got mystery meat, but the rest it was 2 peanut butter sandwiches. Not just peanut butter and milk. Every night, dog. Every night. Every day. All day. Same. So not just that, it's a different world out there. You gotta understand it's not just us, like uh in their system, yeah. Because I'm not claiming online to be anything. I ain't trying to get indicted. I'm not claiming to be associated with anything. I'm just saying how it works and how they view you down there and the importance of the story and the moral of it was if people open their eyes, the ones especially preaching rasa, 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 we gotta understand who's really the enemy because it ain't each other. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's like again, it was about maturity, and here's the all other moral. They're trying to give this man 10 years. His daughter was just born. If you see what I'm saying? So some people think the situation is bad. I went through hell for those 3 weeks being away from my daughter. And I don't care if people can say what they want, blah, oh, you
I mean,
softer. Hey, I ain't trying to do no time. And that should actually, that's what people understand. We got to unravel that mindset thinking it's cool to brag about. Because some homies don't brag. They just tell you what they've been through. They're sharing their experience. I respect
right.
that. Salute. Because, hey, I ain't acting like I'm big and bad. Because that's the difference. Fools are too afraid to say, and what they gotta say, because for me or for any man out there, when you know yourself and you have nothing to prove and you're just about your family, you don't care how people view you. Because it's one of those, let's how I see it. This is not a threat or trying to act tough. If you think I'm a PUSSY, show me. Dang, other than that, I'm still gonna be smart enough to be like, you probably got nothing to lose. I'm saying this to the dudes out there that are crashing out, and I hope, even I pray to God, they hearts soften up and they can learn and see the importance of life and not waste their life in a cell. Is being a tough guy don't get you nowhere but jail, because here's why. You crash out, you're not the only one that's suffering. It's your family. The one's not just paying literally, emotionally, going through this shit. And I only got a tiny taste. So imagine, I'm blessed, because if it wasn't for my family and God and straight up the support of the team, I wouldn't be standing here. They got me on this little nice pretty bracelet. That's as far as I could talk about. I can't talk about what's going on, how it goes on. I could just say I'm lucky to be out, and that's where I was. And meeting people like my boy out there. I actually shout him out. Shout the homie Chino. I think it's his name was exactly, but he was solid to me, and he should have told me like, "Hey, homie, it's just us down here. There's not many fools from California unless you go to prison." He's like, and even then, it's not like that. From what I know, at least right here in Missouri, they're on some. Well, we gotta stick together because it's barely us anyway. It's mainly, and I'll say it, but I'm not gonna talk their politics. It's the Weddles area. Saying shout out my Caucasians, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that's what it is. They run majority out here. But
Right. Well, yeah, for sure.
but point is that people gotta wake up. Half these people have never been face to face with somebody, let alone been like, and that's what I was talking. Here's the thing: when you're a grown ass man, you think like a grown ass man. When you're a little kid and you're crashing out, or there's fools that doing life, they do what they gotta do. That's different. There's dudes got different situations, but if you got kids out there, and here's the difference: as long as you're solid doing it, you ain't snitching on nobody, you ain't in no paperwork, you ain't over here doing JCat shit. You got nothing to worry about, because the only fools that have shit to worry about are the fools that are finicky, and I'm not worried about that. I know that I'm not trying to be somebody. I'm not, because who I am is a father, a businessman, along with Frank. I know he does his thing, and salute. That's one of the realest people on my team, including Rome, Winner's back. My brother Trips ODG, Dreamer BGS, Problems the Loke, everybody on the record label. Shout out everybody. My whole point of all this is that we gotta really wake up, because you see the world we're in right now. It's no longer about color, which it should have never been about color. It should have
Right.
never been about not just color of the skin, but color of a rag. But the fact of they're literally killing our people right now. They're literally taking us out. They're literally capturing our people. But we're worried about the BS. They're trying to throw years at us, and we're worried about the BS. So see, I could have been, and most dudes could have been like, "Oh, six dudes, you should have whoopty whoop if you were really about the da da da." Nah, homie, because most fools that were there probably would have broke it down, never even claimed it. Half the fools would have said nothing. It's not about that, because I'm not promoting the streets. I'm promoting that if people just realize how petty stuff is, and we're in a time that we really gotta wake up and stop fighting over tribal. That's really what it is. Tribal feuds. The faster you realize that the government is really literally killing us. You see what I'm saying? And without, because a lot of people just don't have resources. They have a lack of knowledge. That's why we got to educate each other, help fund each other, because at the end we're all trying to fight. But the state, they gonna win, because if you don't have a lawyer, that's again. If it wasn't for my family and my squad and the support, bro, without a lawyer, without getting bonded out, with all that, I'm not afraid to say that my family helped me, because I'm not trying to front for these cameras like these other dudes. Like,
Nah,
I'm
for
honest,
sure,
bro.
bro.
You know? And
Sure.
hey, it ain't easy, bro. They'll throw the book at you, like I said, because I only mentioned his, because imagine this man's facing 10 years and still looking out for other people. That's what I'm trying to get at. Imagine how real and mature you gotta be to look past the BS and really see, like, hey, dog, because most fools don't know, and now I get it. Most fools never even seen their name say woo 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 versus the state of that's when shit gets real, dog. And I just realized that shit be like
Shit.
a train, bro. When I seen
And
that
you're
paper,
you're way out there. You're not
you
in
know,
California. You know what I mean? So it's
like
real different.
so. Yeah, that's far as I can say. You know, that's why I'm saying names, estates, or, but you know what I mean. Is that that's I finally get it now. What people mean that feeling, because it's a different feeling between come to court. The difference between nope, whoop de whoop versus the state of like nah. That's because they really trying and they do, bro. They'll really do their best. So it's like I thank God. My whole point is God first and foremost, I want people to wake up to what's going on, the BS, the corruption, and just be grateful for your life. I'm grateful for my situation because again, all the way from God to my team, my people, and what's going on, they could have not granted me to come home. So I'm thankful for that. You know, my situation, and I'm taking it one day at a time. So for all you, my experience basically was it's crazy. Jail sucks. Stay out of it. Ain't nothing cool about it. F all that. Go get you a job.
Hell
Go
yeah.
start you a business. Go get you a good team because it even says in the Bible, it's not wars aren't lost because they're lost. It's because of the lack of faculty. Literally, it says somewhere in there. I'm gonna find it later, but that's my whole point, y'all. Get you a good team, good people around you, and appreciate them. But like I really mean it. Like sometimes we spaz out, we're selfish, and I want to say that real quick before I let Frank take over and say is that that's my experience. Is that I feel like a lot of us are real selfish, and we don't realize it. So it's not a bad thing. But let's start knowing when to protect our peace, but also knowing when to just what's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got to prove to nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, those are the people you got to prove it to. You know what I'm saying? You got family that loves you, prove it to them. You know what I mean? And don't prove it to them by gifts and money, even actions. They just want to see you do good. And I appreciate that out of
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Because remember, if your family and people don't love you, they won't tell you when you're wrong. If they tell you you're wrong, they love you. And that's why I appreciate I got people around me. They'll tell me when I'm messing up to kick back. So there's that. F jail. Much love to everybody. And Frank, what do you got to say about that in the situation and your experience for these cats, like you said, that are ignorant about? It's like a trend. Most people faced with a situation like that would have probably broke it down or was a J cat, but they don't realize is the court's trying to paint us like animals, and you're just proving them
Mm.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Got to work against this shit. For sure. What's up, Mike? Nah, I just glad you're home, bro. For real. At the end of the day, because I mean, it's gonna be a little road ahead of us, but we gotta push through it. We solid homies over here, so we don't look at the numbers or the viewers, or we look at the loyalty that we know each other off screen. You know.
No, facts, bro. That's why I'm just staying out the way, dog. That's why that was my advice to say it. Like, I don't want most people to think I got out and I think I'm hot shit. Nah, bro. You gotta understand, jail's not nothing to gloat about, dog. Ain't nothing cool about
Mm.
going. I want to stay as far away. I don't wish jail on no man, bro. Straight up, I don't care who. Unless, and it's not necessarily I wish jail because again, I don't wish on no man. But chomos and snitches, y'all do what you will with that information. I don't agree with those kind of people, and that's all I can say legally. Because oh, and another experience I can't talk about because too much. But let's just say, y'all, a lot of people need to. Shh, they're watching. They're around
Mm.
you. Frank knows
Mm-hmm.
what I'm talking about. If only I could tell y'all what I got told, you would be like, "Damn, bro!" Like, and y'all should already know that ain't new information. That they're watching. They're around you at all times, even when you don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. So for all you people that even be yapping around at parties, y'all think y'all comfortable around people, y'all think that's all I'm gonna say. That'll save you a lot of issues if you just
For real.
and a lot
And
of dudes don't do that. They want to be on here going, oh, wonder why you indicted. Wonder why they look at you like a crazy animal. Wonder they're right here, bro. Put it like this. I can't legally say this. Imagine, let's just say an official, because official could mean anything. and you're right there waiting for a situation, and he's just scrolling through people's Facebooks. See what I'm trying to get at? Their jobs is to watch daily, and y'all just be posting anything, adding anybody. Worried about followers. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, followers. All right, they following your ass.
Yeah, following your ass for
They
sure.
following your ass. Let's just say that, my
For
boy.
sure, dog.
So yeah, dog. A lot of people don't realize that, and I can't speak on it because again, legally, I am binded to say that I'm home. I can legally say that I was unfortunately incarcerated for a bit, but I cannot talk about what, why, when, and where, and that's all I can say. Legally, that's part of my conditions of being home on this bracelet. So that's all I can say.
I'm glad
But
to
yeah,
hear it.
just know I told Frank, man, and let's just say what I told Frank when it does come to light. Um, bro, I'm talking about there's Judases in the mist. Y'all need to watch out. Stop. You're not really everybody know. You're not going to talk about your case at all. If you have one, allegedly, theoretically, whatever it may be, whether it's civil, whether it's criminal, what just don't talk. Anytime you're going to court for anything, just because you don't know who's around you. And let's just say they're around you. You know that
Mm-hmm.
60 days in, oh, that shit's
That
real.
shit for real.
And they don't even be 60 days in. They be 60 days out. There be dudes around you you don't even know. You be thinking they cool. You be thinking you're homie, and you wonder why the cops know everything. What? Because you
Cause
know they're gonna try to paint you every time, especially when you look like us, as the bad guy, even if
mm-hmm.
you're not. See, in the state I am, it's not innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent.
For sure.
So let's just say I thank God and God only, and I thank my situation. I ain't trying to be what they say, like boasting. I'm just like you said, grateful to be home, bro.
Or
And it
cheeseburger.
humbled me. It humbled me because it's a different world out here, dog. It's bro, F jail, bro.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you're home though.
Yep.
Said it. Snoop too. I'm glad you're home too. Fool.
Shout out Snoops, Terps, shout out Mike,
Oh, the homie Snoop's
Will.
one I was telling you about the drone music video.
Orale, shout out to him,
That's the
my
homie right
boys.
there.
Shout out
That's
Ruben
the drone operator.
and Leo. Oh, the one you said with the videos?
Yeah, that's the homie right there.
Hell yeah. We gonna
I
get
know,
back
I
to
know
it.
his family in real life. You know, he's a good little homie, a good little young homie. You know, kind of like you. You know, he's a good little homie.
Yeah, we gonna get back to it. I'm telling you, Frank got
Right
stuff
now,
cooking up.
you just gotta chill right now, fool, and tell me what to do. I'll take care of it. You just need to
Yeah,
just
it's all
chill
right,
with the
man.
family. You know,
God got this, my boy. I want y'all to know. People can say what they want, bro, but if you ain't got God in your life, I'm not trying to force religion on nobody, but if you don't believe in something, you better, dog, because it's all fun and games until it's not, bro. That's all I'm
shit,
gonna get at. Y'all better get right with God now, bro, because man,
ain't no fun.
ain't no playing, bro.
You know, that's why I decided to move away from all that, like all the, because there's a lot of shit I see grown men, dog, who constantly go back and forth with each other, and it's like, dog, we gotta start showing better, homie. It doesn't look good when you're like 50 years old arguing back and forth, you know? That shit don't look right, dog. You know? It just
No
don't.
facts, bro.
You know,
Now
we
you
gotta do
ain't
better,
you
you know?
lying, bro. You ain't lying.
And all this SNY dropout and all this other shit, like, that shit should stay off of the internet. If it's an issue with you, then go handle your business off the internet, you know? Going back and forth, making videos, making money off of somebody you say is no good, that makes you no good, dog. Think about it. Use your brain, you know? I'm not allegedly, but I'm not saying, but that's just how people see shit. But I'm just saying, you're gonna push that narrative, push it right. You know what I mean? Don't, social media, though, it's just entertainment. You know?
Hey,
Have fun.
it's crazy, Frank, that you say that, and this is just my modest opinion. I'm not coming like I'm thinking I'm high power or saying my
Oh, hell
opinion does or don't mean something. Again, just my opinion. Now I know what they mean by if you ain't got paperwork, shut the up, because you know, and I'm even saying my experience. Let's just say there's allegedly a situation to where this is how quick it can stir shit up, and it's dumb because if you ain't really
Right.
doing that, but here's why. I was in there and there's some dude from the door, and out of nowhere, let's just say, Tommy went up to George because Alex at the door being a door warrior going, yeah, that fool's a rat. I've seen paperwork. I've seen. Well, do you got it? No, 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 no. But fool still stirred up, and it stirred up the whole pod allegedly, riding and got all XYZ. Everybody turned up, and it's like my whole point is that gets thrown around too loosely. Oh, he's a dropout. Oh, he's this and why.
Yeah,
He's
you
this.
guys.
And
Yeah.
sometimes people don't got paperwork, sadly, because there is some situations where people really are no good, and they're and but dog, here's what we gotta say. Everybody gotta stop playing God, bro. Everybody gotta stop playing like they know everything, regardless of what status you think you got. Let it be, because darkness comes to light all the time. It's going to every time, even when you least expect it. Even when you know, people need to stop crashing out. Because here's why: it's like in this world today, people will want you to go to war for the same issue. They won't even get it from their computer and typing. Oh, I would do this, I would do that, and da 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 da. Half these fools wouldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about. I'm because I'm not inciting violence. I'm not provoking. I mean, just in general. It be fools trying to tell you, "Oh, look at your little business with no business." Oh, this fool sucks at rapping.
With no
Never made a
business
rap
anyway.
song. Oh, this fool's
Yeah.
broke. This fool got no money.
With
Like, you
no
see what I'm
job.
saying? It be
Who ain't got
all
no
the
job.
fools with nothing to lose and all talk, trying to talk. And I don't think I'm nobody to say it, but that's why a lot of people need to stop acting like, oh, that fool's this and why. Because you're going to stir shit up, especially when you ain't even seen it. Just, again, back to
Same
the going to
mindset.
what I was saying earlier, right, Frank? Like y'all taught me, people I'm around, just
Yeah, just chill.
and let it play out, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's true though. Because I hear that from a lot of people when when you get busted, dog, it's always the other side that shows you love when you come in. If your people ain't there.
Yep. And it
Oh,
wasn't no J Cat either. I'll say that
no.
because with all due respect, like I said, dog, you
No, of
come at
course
me
not.
as a man. I respect you as a man. And like I said, when I got there, because he knew, dog. Come on, fools know. Because like this, this is all I can say. Fools like, and again, I'm on the internet. I'm saying, feds be watching, courts be watching. I don't want them mix up my words or twist up my words. I say this respectfully. I'm not claiming to be involved or part of nothing, but it's one of those. Hey, what city you from? North California? Oh, that's Southern California, huh? Well, where you from? Stockton? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, you know. Like, homies that around, they know what areas are in what areas, right? And then let's just say the homies like, hey, because you got boxes that you can go tap for. So let's just say he was showing me pictures in his box, and homeboy, I knew. I was like, oh, all right, all right, all right. But it wasn't even on that. And again, what I mean by that is fools need to understand you're fighting the big battle when you're in situations like that. And that's versus the state. That's them trying to throw time at you. They offered this man 10 years and his daughter was just born. And I was stressed out 3 weeks away from my daughter. So imagine, I was stressed out.
That's my
Yeah,
dream right
exactly.
there.
You see what I'm saying? And they're throwing the book, so we can sit here and be all day tough guys. But what's that gonna do, dog? What's that really gonna do? That ain't
Nothing.
getting me home to my family. And half these fools that would say, and if they would, kudos to you. But that, no offense, I'm not trying to mock no fools. And that's why you're still locked up.
Well, yeah, dog. You gotta choose.
Unfortunately,
Not.
dog.
You don't have to choose where you gotta go tell on somebody, but you could do
Exactly. Don't be
good
no
and
J Cat.
not have to do no JCat shit and just like I work, homie. I have a normal. I take care of my kids, but doesn't mean I'm out there fucking JCatting out. No, I'm just pushing the positive moment. You know what I mean? When my
Exactly,
homie
dog.
got busted, I felt that shit because it's like, damn, fool. I want to see my people winning, and it was weird, homie, to see him busted for even if it was a week, 2 weeks. But he has a long road ahead of him, but everything's gonna be fine. But still,
Mhm. Yeah, because I could legally talk about my experience. I was just told by officials that I legally cannot talk about
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't let you either, though. Fuck
you
that.
know, that I pretty much, which I haven't, because like I can talk to see my
Yeah,
incarceration experience is
yeah. Of
separate
course, it's different.
from so I can talk about that. I just can't talk about. It's like saying, hey, I could talk about the job interview, but I can't talk about the job.
And nothing to brag about, but like I have like being from California in a different state, uh, it's different because you're on your own. And if you
Yeah,
meet
most
somebody that's
fools will
from your
just.
card, you're lucky. You know what I mean? Like you're very very blessed. And to meet an actual like a northerner and they're showing you love because they know that you're out of bounds. That's just respect, dog. Straight up.
Cause they know we both are, dog. It's cause
You're out
here's
of
the
bounds,
thing,
dog.
dog. You
Yeah,
gotta
bro.
understand when you from a different state like that, they don't look at you as they might, yeah, with your alleged car, right? But no, they look at you as, oh, you're from Cali, and
Yep.
and let's just say we don't always get a warm welcome being from Cali, dog. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
if either fools, okay, well let's see you 10 toes by yourself and see how you react, cause most of you fools will probably,
From the
you
video
know,
I saw you on your story, yeah, dog. I seen not to like say too much, but I didn't see too many of our people standing behind you.
you know. Let's
That's
just say that, dog. You know, like it
all
ain't.
I'm gonna say there. So it was like, fuck, man, damn.
So
People
fools
are
gotta imagine when it cracks.
the
It's
fools that get locked up here are lucky because there's numbers, right? There's power in numbers. But if you're out of state, you're really on your own. It really how it is. You know what I mean?
and again, I'm not insinuating that I'm
Nah, hell,
involved
no.
or
I'm
that
just
I was
saying
in there
difference.
doing stuff. I was just my experience how the incarceration went, because my experience was that. But you know, again, I wasn't involved in no gang activity. I
Yeah,
wasn't
of course,
involved in
of
no,
course.
because hey, bro, them boys be watching. I don't need them twisting up my words because
Nah,
my
hell
freedom,
nah. Of
my
course not.
freedom means everything for my baby dog. Because here's the thing. Like I
Yeah,
said, as
true.
long as my name out no paperwork, which it's not, and I ain't telling on nobody, it shouldn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, dog. Most fools, again, need to stop talking. They're too busy trying to prove to the world who they are. If you know your situation, you know. There's another golden rule if you're really from California. You're never even supposed to talk about your case, especially if it ain't your co-defendant. Even then,
Even then, shut the hell up.
even then, you know what I'm saying? Because
Just shut
you
the hell up in general, guys. Period.
period. Again, it all goes back to the. Here's the thing: we got a bunch of muscles in our body. The hardest one to control is our tongue.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
That,
true,
that
dog.
that's the truth, dog. You know what I'm saying? But
Some fools got loose ones, or they'd be too comfortable. And that's what gets them in trouble. They wonder why they're still sitting in that box. You know?
But I do want to say my phone's about to die, and
All right,
again,
well, let's go.
legally I gotta keep it charged. So shout out to you
Oh shit,
guys.
yeah, yeah. Charge your phone,
Shout
fool.
out to y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay blessed. And your boys kicking back. Your boy Six Deuce. I'm home. Send prayers my way. I send prayers to everybody that needs it more than me. Because there's somebody else there that does. Shout out to my whole team, Spill Records, Power Productions, 417 OPM, 417 Mafia Studios, Two Turn Empire, Vol 97. Everybody that be tapping in, bro. And Cali Media, SR Broadcast, it's all love. Your boy Six
Have a
Deuce.
good night, fool. Stay
Thanks
safe.
for the you too.
Charge your phone, fool.
I will, local.
Yeah, guys. Damn. I'm glad the homie's home though. I ain't gonna speak too much on it, but I'm glad he's home. Uh, I was communicating with the homie, and I was there from day one all the way up till he got out, and that's the homie right there, dog, for real, dog. And I'm gonna end it here, but I'm gonna end it a couple minutes. But what I want to say, I appreciate all of you guys who stopped by, man. Hey, let's go from the top. We got Mile Hustle, we got Mike, we got Snoop, we got Terps, we got let's go up. We got all of the originals in here. Leo in the building, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Like I've been absent for a while, and I do apologize, homies. Like I've been working a hell of a lot, and I'm working swings, so I'm working day, and then I'm working nights. But you know what, bro? I believe that as long as I stay true, homie, and solid, you know what I mean. You guys will always be here, right? So I do thank you guys for still sticking around, man. Still coming in when I come in. Much love to all of you guys. If you guys haven't went yet and fuck with my boy Mike's World, go over there, run up some videos, hit the fucking hype button, hit the like button. The homie just got monetized again. So I think it's very important, homie. Show some love because I've been demonetized so many times. And I'm gonna keep it G, homie. At that time, I really needed that little fed that was helping me. But now I established. I went through the drama. I established a full-time position in a higher up position than I could ever imagine. And my life has been blessed, bro. So think before you act, homies. Think before you act. My boy Denver in the building. Shouts out to Timmy. Always been a good homie. Definitely. You guys are definitely solid people, and just one thing I'll do say, homie, is care about what your family thinks, care about what your kids think, care about what you think. Don't worry about what the next man thinks, because the next man ain't gonna be sitting in that box with you. You know what I'm saying? And there's only a few people that are gonna pick up that phone call, homie, when you make it. So just remember, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of you fools in here who've been busted, who've been in prison, bro, and who've been on the line, who've been, you know, in those situations, who know the smell, who know the feeling of tension, to know what it is not to come out that room for a while, having to fucking eat that sack lunch day after day. You know what I mean? Holidays passing, quiet nights. Uh, yeah, bro. Uh, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to your refrigerator right now and you open it and you grab a soda or you grab water, just remember, dog, that when you're slammed down, homie, that shit doesn't exist. And if you have a pillow tonight, enjoy that bitch. Because when you lock down too, that shit don't exist either. You know what I mean? But I will start going live again, guys. I've been just, like I said, I've been busy and life, ACB in the building. What up, man? What up? How you guys doing? How you guys doing tonight? But listen, bro, it's not about proving how tough you are, bro, because there's always going to be somebody who's tougher, bigger, badder, faster, meaner, uglier, buffer, taller, shorter, fatter. It doesn't matter what it is, dog. Got longer hair than you, got a bigger rocha than you, got a better beard than you. There's always going to be somebody, homie, who's better, dog. And that's what we got to understand, homie, is that if we run around trying to compete or worry about what the next man's doing, we're not going to be able to focus on our own lane. We're going to crash the whip. You feel me? Stay focused on your own lane, homies. Because if you focus on your own lane, you won't crash the whip, homie. And that means you won't end up in a situation where you might be locked up, you might be in the grave, or you might be in the hospital, right? Now, I'm going to break it to you guys before I end it. Um, Recently, I lost a family member, right? Passed away. And in the next week or two, we're gonna be carrying them, and putting them down and putting them in the ground and saying goodbye, right? And one thing I will say is that no matter what's happening, dog, just remember that we only live one time, right? And it's like it happens like this because I learned that, right? Because everybody in my family is already pretty much dead now, and it's crazy because it's a fucked up feeling when you sit back, homie, and you think about it, right? You sit back and you're like, "Fuck, homie, I can't believe you start." I started to see all the fucking times that I fucking went with the homies, all the times that I was out there just fucking high speed chases, fucking getting high, fucking going to jail, like. And my family, my dad who has passed away, my grandpa who passed away, my Theo who passed away, my cousin passed away, my other cousin just got locked up. That who got 16 years. Like everybody's gone now. And when I think about all the shit I did, I said, damn, homie, I really fucked up, eh? Because now they're gone and I can't go back and I can't fix it no more. And I wasted a lot of time, man. A humongous amount of time. You know what I'm saying? And what's fucked up is that when you get to that point where your grandpa's dead, your grandma's dead, your dad's dead, and you only have your mom and your sister, life just, you start to realize, dog, like, fuck, homie, I made a lot of mistakes, fool. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. EBK, rest in peace to Cornell. I saw that, dog. Damn, homie. Hey, listen. Rest in peace to that man, dog. Allah, fool. Regardless of what anybody has to say, what I say, listen, respect to him. Rest in peace to that man. That one right there was a even like damn homie. I just that I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there. Rest in peace to him. Though real shit, dog. It hit different when I read that. When I saw the videos, it hit different. I don't want to go too far into it, but let's just say that there was an individual who was on my channel, and Conejo, rest in peace to Conejo. Regardless of what anybody has to say about that individual, you can keep that right there because he's no longer here, right? He's red. You know, he's not here, so we gonna. Well, I don't want to have nobody to don't disrespect him. Just you know me. But what I will say is that he's the one who brought out the information. That somebody had a pay number. That somebody was and he dropped that information off with some people that would get it back to people who needed to hear it. You feel me? And he didn't have to do that. He could have just been like, "That's their bail. Let them get in a wreck." Because remember, you guys, the homie was already on his own. He was already past that life, right? He didn't care. So when he shot that info to that one person, and that person spreaded that info down here, and we found out who shot the info, man, dog, I couldn't. I couldn't hate on the man. I couldn't disrespect the man. I couldn't say nothing bad about him till this day. Rest in peace to the homie Hangout too, Josh. Rest in peace to the homie too. And it's sad that nobody talks about him now. It's sad that all y'all fools, not all of you guys, but most of you content creators made videos. You guys made money off the homie's name. And then 2 weeks later, I haven't heard no one say nothing. Not one time. Rest in peace to the homie Hangout. I don't know. I just think it's foul. And but who am I, right? I'm just a content creator, homie. That's all I am, dog. I'm just Cali Media, Frank's Vibes, and that's it. But like I say, homie, there's just certain things where you don't make money off of, and I just thought that Josh's issue wasn't one of them. And of course, everybody was like, he was a good homie, and I knew him, and all these videos, right? And then now I don't even hear nothing about the homie, and that's pretty messed up, man. So forever rest in peace to Josh. Forever rest in peace to Conejo. Two content creators that will forever go down in history, homie. Two content creators that people were scared of. I don't care who you are. If your ass was doing something you weren't supposed to, the two individuals you feared the most was who? The homie Hangout, EBK Conejo. Let's keep it real, homie. I know they're from the north, hey, but that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, they had fools hiding. They had fools like this. Fuck. I swear the homie Hangout was pulling cards from everywhere, homie. But hey, like I said, respect to him, man. He was a good homie. Um, always had a lot of good feedback. Always gave a lot of good comments on my videos. And he never ever, you know, he's from the north and I'm down from the south, so he never disrespected me. Always kept it respectful, dog. So respect to the homie Hangout. Respect to his familia and all his followers and friends who support him. You know what I'm saying? And EBK too. The ones that talk shit and say, "Oh, this and that," homie. They don't even be in their own area, dog. I'm just gonna leave it there. You know, they talk about all this high power activities, and they don't even be nowhere near where they say they from. You know what I mean? Hey, gracias to everybody. I hope you guys have a good night, a safe night. I'm gonna get back to my kids. Welcome home, Six Deuce. If you guys could just keep them in your prayers, keep them in your thoughts. The homie has a long battle ahead of him. We're gonna leave it there, but you know what I mean? He has a strong team supporting him, so we're gonna keep pushing and we're gonna see where it goes, right? So if you could change your life, do it. Stay out of jail, stay sober, stay free, and take care of the kids. I'll see y'all mañana. I'm out. Gracias.